Hey guys, how's it going? Benjamin Kane here. Welcome to another episode of All About Ben. And today we are working on the M41 again, the Walker Bulldog. Yes, I know you haven't seen the Sherman. It's been forever. I know. It is in the works. It is taken apart. I am in the process of filming that and everything, but it is in the rough right now. So it's not, you're not going to see that for a bit. But I figure I can knock this video out real fast because we are working on this guy. Yeah, we're finally gonna. I decided let's do a video where I put all the accessories on it and let's weather it up some. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So let me show you something here. Let me flip here around. Hang on. Okay, so this is a 1/35 scale version of that guy right there. I built this guy, I think 2015 maybe? Yeah. Extensive weathering. I use pastel chalks and everything. You probably can't see it because of the, it's the light and everything is glinting off. But I want to try and weather this guy up more to be like this and everything. I actually have numbers and everything, so I might try and make this guy and everything. But that's what we're doing today. Let me show you real fast the parts that they've given us and everything to do that. So, yeah, Commander, 50 cal. You got coverings for the road wheels and everything. FYI, when you first get a RC tank, make sure that these are properly attached and screwed in. Because at the factory, they use pneumatic tools a lot of times, or battery tools, and they strip out these, and it damages the tank and everything. So when you first get a tank, make sure these are not stripped out and everything. Because if they are, send it straight back, get a replacement, and then check it again. Because that's a headache and everything. I've heard a lot of people having problems with and everything. So check those when you do that. And then so those are the coverings for those. You get the 50 cal. Here are the periscopes for the driver, right here and everything. A lot of other detail parts through here. You got some tools here, which I think these came out pretty good from the factory. I don't actually have to paint these up or nothing. Here's a couple other parts here. 2 jerry cans. This is a shroud covering that goes over the Commander's periscope. And then you got, so that's a jack. I think that's a jack is what that is. And then you got some lights and everything. So yeah, a bunch of other little pieces. Yeah, I was down here trying to reinstall Access and Allies for 2004, see if it would work and everything. It installed, but it's not running right now, so I gotta work on that. But this is all we got, and then here's the Commander. I'm gonna paint him up in this episode too, guys, so don't worry. Everything I'm gonna prime him, and then when you guys come back, I get to this, he will be primed, so don't worry about that. That's where we're getting to. I'm gonna start nipping stuff off and putting stuff in place. They give you directions in the booklet here. Flip a couple pages in. Where are you? There they are. Just like building a model and everything. But instead of, I don't think you use much glue though when you're installing this. They usually want you using double-sided tape, which they actually send some with. And yeah, or it's friction fit into the ports and everything that they have drilled into the tank. So that's what we're going to do, and then I'm going to weather the tank and everything. One thing I want to bring up is they give you these decals. I don't know if you guys can see those how well. Yeah, there you go. Whenever I get a model, RC model, military model, trains, whatever, I actually scan this into my computer because I have a printer and I have a Cricut and everything, so if something should happen and these are damaged or something when it comes to applying them to the tank or whatever, I can print new ones out. I learned my lesson about this because I had a Polar Lights Enterprise there where they sent me 2 of the same sheets and everything, and I communicated with them multiple times and they kept sending out the same sheets. So when I get a model now, I try and keep this, try and make a copy of this and everything, so I don't have to go back to the manufacturer and wait weeks at a time to get the proper decals. I can make my own. So that's where we are. Let me get you into the cradle. We're going to start nipping stuff off the sprues, and we'll get going. Alright, so there's that, like that, there's that. I've just finished going through the road wheels again, tightening them up, make sure that they're properly tightened. And I'm going to go ahead and knock out cutting these covers off. Yeah. Covers first. Okay. Some flush cutters. And we get going. Already black, and they've just been painted olive drab. With the sprue there, black there, green on top. Use that. Something else. Get us some sanding block. Take off any burrs we might have. Out of water with that, and it just sits, and it just plugs right in there, nice and snug. Okay, one down, 12 to go. I think 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, oh, 14 to go then. If you get one bogey. Nope. Some of these came off a lot better than others, guys. Now I gotta do this now. Very fast, very easy. And they give you extras, I think. A couple extra in case you lose them. The others I'll just leave attached. I took I went ahead and I took the commander out into the garage. I primed it while I was off camera, guys, so he's out there drying. I just primed him gray. Okay. There's that. So, they give you 4 extra, guys, in case you lose these. These are just friction fed, held in place, so I'm actually going to cut that. So that's smaller. Those go over there, this can go over there. Okay, what's next? Let's look at the front. So we're going to be working on. Well, let's do the 50. Let's put the 50 cal together first. Yeah. 50 caliber machine gun, M2. First made back in World War I, I believe. Like I said, I was trying to reinstall a really old game. I don't know if it'll actually work, but you know, I've got some time on my hands I can waste on this little endeavor. If any of you guys have ever played the 2004 Axis and Allies game, let me know. See who all played that game, because I played it, I enjoyed it. Necessarily a gamer, guys. With these sanding blocks up at Menards, guys, some different grits. This is a 220 grit. Lives right there. I've seen him here, I've seen him here on tanks, I've seen him here, so yeah, that's how that is. That's done. That's gonna live right there for now. And that's another sprue. That's faster. Okay, let's see now. Let's go with this. Let's start from scratch, or from the beginning now. I got those knocked out pretty easily, so we're gonna start this guy. Let's turn the tank towards me somewhat so I can see F4. side is rounded over. One end is rounded over, one end is straight across. As flush as possible. Careful not to drop them. I'm going to do a little bit of glue. Wax paper, guys. Or oven paper. Let's get this off of here. This is just a piece of wire, guys. So after a while, I take a torch to this and I melt off any of the glue. It might be on there. Okay, so I'm actually going to put that here. I've got my working hand here that I'm using for my sonnet I built a couple episodes ago. I don't know, but let's get this in frame, guys. There we go. What's next? What's that? All of these holes here, or handholds and everything. I gotta get those cut. And those are right there's a B2. All these guys here are A8s. B2 and A8 right These have little holes down in these recesses. Little pegs you need to go into. Very carefully, now just put a little bit, put them in there. Maybe put a little dab of glue. Let's see how this goes first. Ooh, just fine. No glue needed, I'm happy. like it when we go into YouTube. So nice, it pops right in there as intended. Oh, too bad. Couple is 2, U is 3 or 4. So you just got it. It's right in there, very nice. B2, right there. A little bit. Yes, push that in. Separate piece. B7 goes there. B7. We're not gonna do that piece over there. That's fine. Okay. Let's move on to the periscopes. Doing the periscopes. They live right here. There's one jump. I follow a couple. Glue there. I follow a couple of clubs on Facebook, and one gentleman had trouble inserting these and everything. I'm hoping I do not have the same problem that he had. But we will find out, ladies and gentlemen. Nice, okay. There you go. Just like that, if I'm not mistaken. So it goes in. That, I think. it is. That's how it is. Those are all B3s too. So. There we go. He popped in. Nice satisfying snap. One. There are the periscopes for the driver to sit in when he's buttoned up and everything. Alright, so that's all that part. So the next part is we're going to flip him around to the other side. So it's going to be this guy's turn to receive all of these handholds. All these handholds. And then you'll receive the tool rack and everything too. I'll go right there. Okay. So I need in place. Okay. So I need a B2 to go there. B2 up there, and then all these are A8s. Okay. That's simple enough. Let's see, where's the B2s? There they are. Take those off, move it in place. That's what I do. Put it fit properly. Fit nicely. Okay. This guy right there. That level. Dab of glue on my applicator here. Get them in, hold in there for 10-15 seconds. I really like these type of tanks. I really like the M41 and the M47. I really like those tanks. I like the turret, this long elongated turret here. I really like that. I thought it was cool. Where did I put the other? There's that one. There it is. There's a Pershing out there on eBay right now. It's like $132, and it's only like $3 shipping. At the same time, I cannot bring myself to buy that right now. I have to adult. Every once in a while, we have to do that. Okay, so those are in place. Okay, so now we gotta add all these here. And those are all A8s. A8. Hit. There you go. Very careful not to crack. There you go. Alright, more A8s, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so there's 7. Okay, so they gave you the exact amount of these, which I don't necessarily know if I like. When it comes to just sticking something in a hole like this, it's too easy for these to break and you lose one. So it might be a good idea to ask them to send you a couple. Or if they started sending like 2 extra or something, I don't know. That's just me trying to think for the consumer. Okay. upside down bend. Yeah, I am working on the Sherman right now. And I have been taking it apart, and I am changing out the front transmission differential plate and everything. Right, this section here on the Sherman is what I'm switching out right now with a 3D printed item that I built. I purchased the STLs off of 3D Cult, I think. It was like $10, and I 3D printed them myself. So I felt I could get that close to being more of a Firefly transmission cover. Or the transmission cover that was on the Firefly and other early Shermans like that. Compared to the M4A3 type transmission cover. Come here. No. Springs. Come here. Open up. There's that side there. Let's do the tool rack. Tool rack. This guy here, so he's gonna get the rack, the pick, a shovel, an axe, and looks like a pry bar possibly, or that's the handle for the pick. I do not know. So G3. Oh, that's G1. G1, I'm sorry. G1 and C3. Okay. Nip this off. These nippers. Where does he live? So he's gonna live right there like that. Okay. Which is cool. Okay. Let's add. Go. Yes. Yes. Nice tight fit. Nice tight fit. Okay. So I need C7, C4, C3, and C6. Sí, señor. Right there. Seven lives here. It's got that there. that goes into that hole like that. That's a weird situation. I take this off and put a little bit of glue on the underside of it, where pieces will sit. There's supposed to be a hole there for this to go down into, but there's not, so that's giving me problems. But I'm gonna glue it on, so it's okay. C6 and C7. C6 is the shovel here. Oh, I got that in the wrong spot. So this guy. Okay, so this has 2 pegs. Hole there. This backwards. Okay, it's just like. Okay, so it's just like this. Oh, that's weird. That's weird. That's just like that. Go into the hole. Okay, so it sits like that kind of guy. So you got this pole here. I think this is supposed to be the piece for the pick, and then you got the axe here, and then you're supposed to have the shovel go into this hole for the where the axe there. Problem is that there's supposed to be a hole underneath of this for the axe. So inside of this actually, so there's supposed to be a hole for that, and a hole for the pick staff, or not, handle. And there's not, so what we're gonna do, I'm actually gonna just nip those off so that they lay flat, and I'm gonna glue them on. Because I don't plan on using these for anything. Once they're on there, they're going to be on there. Yeah, outside of the 360 gear and the slip ring, I decided not to do any other modifications to this tank, really. I don't need to. It's the right color. It's got all of its components and everything. I don't necessarily want to do anything to it. It's perfect the way it is, just like you are. So that's how that's supposed to go. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on these holes here to keep all these parts from falling off. There you go. Put this here. I'm actually going to use an accelerator to get all that stuff to dry properly. There you go. Let me back this up. So, short pegs, long pegs. Long ones go towards the front. This. Small ones go into those little pieces there. And there you go. That's in place. Yep, there we go. That's in place. Okay, so we are on to this part here. Let's see now. So that's in place. We've got here on the turret, we've got B4 and A7. So let's get those, B4 and A7. B4, which is this guy right here, and A7 is a different. This guy is a peg, square peg, and lives right there. And on the picture, okay, so hey guys, back. I am back. Phone went out of memory, tried to get stuff off, and that took a bit. So while the phone was offloading, I decided just to nip everything off of the screws. I got them into these different little containers here. So yeah. So hopefully we're not gonna blow through this. So yeah. So let's see where we at. I also turned the turret straight on now so that I can actually finish this here. So I need to put that jerry can on, and I need to do this piece here. So jerry can going on. Right there. Sticks right in. Okay. And then we got this like exhaust system here that takes A4, A5, and C2 and everything. And it sits right here on this. So exhaust system here, and then it'll line the exhaust line that runs to like right there. So that's what we're doing. So let's say A4, A5, and C6. Okay, so C6 is actually this olive drab pipe, kind of whimsical and everything. And then A4 and A5 are these guys. I don't know if in real life these were silver or whatever. I'm not exactly sure. But they're gonna get rust on them, so I'm not really worried about it. So I plan on weathering them. So that's gonna sit snugly right there. Then this guy sits in hand like that and goes like that. And they're like that. No, that's not a very good joint there, but that's what we got. Okay, so there's that. Now we are on to... So that's in, that's in. That's on. This is on. So we are on to right here. Which, now I'm looking at how this tank is made, I really wish I had done this part first, but maybe I can put it up like this. Okay, so I've got V8, I've got the jack, yeah, okay, A, G, D's. Let's knock everything out. Good idea, Ben. Right side like this. I'm less likely to break anything. A little tight, little tight. That okay? Let's do something. I need this knuckle. G2, G. This guy right here. Like that. In there, like that. There you go. Okay. I have to fill with that, straighten that up, but hold on a second. Okay, B8s. Two B8s. And these are for tow boats. I put those down, I do not know. And then the jack, which is here. Oh, it's F5. Okay. Oh yeah, pry bar. Those. Come on. Okay, so there's the back side. Backside of the tank. Okay. Now look at that, see if I've done that right. I'll do that later though. That's fine. Okay. That's all done, so we are on to this side of the tank. So we are doing this here and all the stuff on top of the turret. So I need that jerry can right here, nothing big. Go, okay. And then I need C1 and C5 drums here. C. Alright, so the hammer goes on the bottom. Goes along the top, facing upwards. Like that. Alright, so got this here. Let's go up, and then you got the sledgehammer there, jerry can there. Now, top of the turret. Top of the turret, so I've still gotta work on the commander, but we have this cover here and a cover there for these periscopes, so I need G3. Oh yeah, so E2, B7. 2, B7. E2. There with the commander's slot, and then B7. B7. That was close, man. Very careful. Open this up. Let's see if I can get it to go through. Okay, bring out the knife. Just take a little bit off. A little bit off. Nothing big. Go right down in there. Add some glue to this side, because that will probably be used. That actually will be used for picking up this hatch when it's closed. A little bit of glue here. Good. Here, accelerator. There you go. There's that. Okay, now we can move on. We have another B7 there. Okay. Right down in there, just like that. Okay. Just a little bit of glue left on it. There's not. Accelerator. Boom, that's done. Okay. Next. Okay. Got this here. Goes right. When just nice and snug. There we go. Okay. Keeps going. A6. A6 is this little guy right here. He's a square peg. He goes right here. Looks to be flat on both sides. This side seems to have a hinge on it. This side. Yep, that's in. Alright, so that's all of this guy right here. That, and that. Okay. Now I need to put this guy in. So G3 for there, B1 for there, and then got the machine gun, and then coupling there. Yeah. Okay. G3 and then B1. G3 right here. Very simple. Slides right. Good. So he's got a notch right there. There's right there because there's a piece that comes up through that notch. That's for a machine gun, I think. Just like that, okay. And B1. Just this guy right here, I believe. And it sits back, so it sits right there like that. And nice and snug, okay. And then we got the machine gun mount, which is, I kind of did some of that off camera already. Here's your machine gun mount. This is, what is this? This is B6 and, yeah, B5, B6, and then E3 goes on the top here. And these little pegs on the side go towards the back of the tank. So something like that. That. Okay, he lives right here on the side. And then the 50 goes on him actually too. That's where the 50 lives. touch up this shift a little bit. It's got nick out of it. Like that, okay. So there's all that. All that's done. So I just need to come down and do this here, and that will be it. In theory. In theory. Only gotta get these guys in. So A3, two A3s go front. Two A3s, there and there. There and there, A3s. That, and like this. Those are in place, okay. Now we can do the front. Okay, so I got two B8s that go underneath. B8s, not B8, B8s. And they sit like that underneath. Claws down. Those. Now I need F1 and F2, which are these lights that don't do anything. They're just there for show. These lights, they sit like this. So this guy goes on this side. Goes on this side. Okay, and now we have these covers. So, get these covers. This one has this cut out here. So this sits on this side because it's got this extra light there. And then this guy sits on the other side. And they just pop into place, from what I understand. Oh, I forgot a piece. F3. Goes in. There's a little hole right behind this light and everything. It's where he lives. So he goes right in there. Alright, he's in place. Yeah, that's it. I gotta add up 2 to there, actually, I think. Yep. Right there. It's one of these B7s. So I gotta get him in there. Okay. Knock the glue over then. Here. There, just like that. Couple of seconds. And I've glued myself to it. Yep. Alright. There you go. Alright. Alright, guys. Minus the stickers and everything, but I think we're off to a good start. I only have this one B7, I think is what that is. Yeah, B7. I have one B7 left that says it goes on this hatch here. Yeah, I can see an indentation there, but those are not. It's supposed to go like that. Well, that's there. I don't know if I want to add that or not because I already have that guy added. I don't know yet, but there's that. Got some extra drive wheels. Oh, and this tank also came with some extra pieces for the tracks. I did not realize. I put all this stuff in with the Sherman, and stuff kind of got jumbled together. So when I pulled it out last time, I fixed the tracks. I did not see this, but this actually comes with 2 extra track links, which I'm happy about, and then some extra connecting rods for those. So yeah, I'm happy about that. There you guys go. We'll put all this together in this. They can live together inside. I know I said I was going to weather it in this episode, but it between 40 minutes, between the intro, the 40 minutes, and then I had to stop and get stuff off my phone. I'm over an hour, and I really want to give you guys as much detail about this as possible. So I'm going to end this here. Don't worry. I'm actually going to pick up the next episode with where I'm leaving off here. We're gonna leave off here and everything. And truthfully, after that, I'm actually probably gonna make a box for this because I got a lot of stuff going on. This is on the table. I want to get it done because, like I said, the Sherman is in pieces. I don't have a tank right now. This is going to be my tank until the Sherman gets up and running, and that actually might be a while because I run into a couple snags on it. So I want to get this thing up and running and everything, to have a tank so I can go around and play with it and everything. But that's where we are. Next episode, I'm going to weather this, I'm going to paint the driver, and yeah, that's where we're at. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys for watching and everything. Please like and subscribe, comment, of course, always comment. Let me know what you guys are doing. Let me know where I'm messing up and everything, and where I can make adjustments and grow as a person, as a maker and everything. Go check out Alicia Miles and Mike Champagne. Their links are always in the description. They are very talented artists. They need and deserve your support, just like any other maker out there. Go check out my Etsy and everything. Help me out, and my eBay. Those are always in the description for you guys. I'm always trying to help other makers and everything, so go check us out, help us out and everything. I will see you guys next time.